Hello.
Oh, are we ready?
Yeah, it's on.
I didn't know that.
Yeah. Well, also, I can't hear anything from here, but that's fine.
You're supposed to.
Well, I'm saying I didn't hear the music like lead up.
Because I put it on mute.
Oh, it's fine. It's fine. I'm here. Hi. Hi. How's everyone today? Hi, Sammy the Goat. You tune in like every week, and I just wanted to shout you out real quick. So hello.
Oh, you're wearing your little
I'm wearing my little turban thing
that people were all excited about.
Yeah.
When you were on
Instagram.
Yeah.
In my when I was in bed.
But it has a hump in the top, like there's hair up there.
Okay, but let me tell you what happened. So
wait, you put something in there?
Listen, I'm trying to tell you.
Okay.
So when I ordered this,
yeah,
they accidentally sent me two. And it actually works out better. You know why? Because it works out better because...
You mean you only paid for one?
Yeah, I only paid for one.
Well, maybe it was the gift fairy.
Exactly. Because when
you in the glasses again?
Well, hold on.
Oh my God.
Oh, I had a busy day today. What was I saying?
I don't know. I'm just
because when I wear this without the fabric, it's pulling at my scalp. Yeah, but it's upstairs. It's fine. You were highly fidgety.
When?
Last week.
I was not.
When I had your little funky
I wasn't fidgety. I was watching your shenanigans.
Was it shenanigans? I was just really living my life.
Breathing and rubbing on the glass and breathing more and rubbing on the glasses.
That's what I do. Oh, look.
Why don't you do that?
Look at my nails.
I'm looking at your nails.
Why are you loud?
They are so trifling.
They're not trifling because look, they match my toes. Isn't that nice? Look. Y'all can't see. But there's a thin strip of like this color. Can you see it? No. Kind of. Whatever. It's like a rose purplish gold thing. Anyway, you look nice today. Where are you trying to go?
I decided that since I had my first foray into the outer world on Saturday and actually ate at a sushi restaurant.
Yeah.
I was like, well, maybe everything's like, happening.
Well,
and I actually have on a pair of pants that has a waist.
Oh, look at you.
Yeah.
I do too, but these are kind of too big.
Can be kind of too big and too short?
They're shorts. They're too big in the waist.
Those are some massive thighs.
They're really not.
No, they're not?
No, they're not. These are normal size thighs. And you sound salty and mad.
Maybe when so much of them are exposed, they look big.
Maybe when so much of you is exposed, you look big. Oh my God.
I'm still reeling from the Emmys and Megan Thee Stallion and
you mean the
Cardi B.
Grammys?
The Grammys.
I didn't watch it. What happened?
Well,
Megan won 3.
It was a strip club.
Oh, nice.
I never been to a strip club, but I felt like I was there. And then one of them flipped the other one while she was humping the ground. She took her leg and flipped the other one over, and they were kind of like virtually doing it. There you go.
Nice. Good job.
Look how you even know the terminology for it. I didn't even have to go deep in the explanation. You were like right
so when
there.
It comes to sexuality and sexual things,
you're an expert?
Kind of, yeah, because that's part of my wheelhouse.
Part of your wheelhouse professionally?
Yeah.
Personally, or both?
Well, I mean, the deviancy is like
that's professional.
Yeah.
Okay, all right.
Like I didn't know that you could do these things called penile plasmithography, where you can like measure a man's like arousal. Like you use it with like patients who are trying to reform themselves.
You mean because they're sexually deviant? They're like little kids or something. So they show them a picture, and if it gets it goes up on the meter, or the thermometer gets hot.
No, like it goes around the penis, and then like if there is engorgement because of arousal, like it measures that.
And then does it zap them?
No, it doesn't zap them.
Well, it should.
Well, it should not, because it's just a measurement. It's just a measurement. It's like taking your blood pressure. Why would you get zapped if your blood pressure was too high?
Because this is sexual deviance, and it should be a deterrent.
Who's making these rules?
For people getting aroused by looking at children.
But who are making? This is simply a measurement. This is not about
discussing pedophilia.
You were discussing pedophilia. I was talking about penile plasmithography. Penile plasmithography.
Say that fast 3 times.
Penile plasmithography. Penile plasmithography. Penile plasmithography. Stop! Okay. Oh, where's my phone? Okay, so you saw Megan Thee Stallion. She won 3.
I was proud of her.
Grammys.
And I was particularly proud when she won. No, what's that other child's name with the 2 colors hair? Billie Eilish.
I don't know.
When Billie Eilish won for Best
I have not
Something,
heard one song by her. I don't know who this
she said,
is.
that's the woman who last year when she won,
she's like
her hair was
child.
yellow and now it's lime green.
Okay.
And when she won, she said it really should have gone to Megan Thee Stallion. She said that that it should have gone to her.
Oh my God! Do you remember when Ring Ring was like, he got that award and he was like, I just want to give this to
Danny Kaye?
No, not Danny Kaye. He gave it to what's the name from the Odd Couple. He gave it to Oscar.
Oscar the Grouch?
Well, the Oscar the Grouch one.
Jack Klugman?
Yes. He gave it. He was like, I want to just give. I was like, I don't know what's happening.
You know what?
But
I saw that, and it was not quite the same sentiment. Because on the one hand,
well, no, I'm not approving of his.
No, I get that, but on the one hand, you had a black man representing all of the non-recognition that black people have been subjected to,
right?
And on the other hand, you have a young white woman saying that these Grammys have been controlled by and given by and made
that's
by.
what she said. All that.
No, she said, I really think that this really should have gone to Megan.
Oh, but you're saying you're just kind of delving further into why her explanation. Oh, okay, because I was like, oh, did she say all of that?
She went on quite a bit.
That's what I'm asking you. Like, she said all that.
She said all that.
Okay. I mean, that's good. I can't name one song of hers, but big up to you.
She sang standing on the hood of a submerged car. It was really like
it was wet?
No, it wasn't wet because she would have slipped.
No, I'm saying submerged, like the car was submerged.
Yeah, and it made it look like it was like in when they, what's that when they encase that stuff in plastic? Like if you had a cube of plastic and it was a
you're talking about the
Anyway, it was like that.
Okay.
But
that's interesting.
The other thing that was really nice, there were a few things that were really nice. The other thing that was really nice was when, again, Megan Thee Stallion won for whatever she won for. And she and Beyonce went on stage. But Beyonce, I think, helped write it. But it was like the song is by Megan Thee Stallion featuring Beyonce. It was one of those featuring, right?
Oh, it was the remix. Yeah, it was a Savage remix.
Yeah. And it was really nice the way Beyonce, for as much as she could, you could see her trying to shrink herself so that she let
That's nice.
Megan have all the spotlight, all the whatever. She just was, I'm so proud of you. She said at the very end, she didn't say one word or even attempt to say a word while Megan was speaking. And I was like, this is sisterhood. Then as they were about to come off the stage, Trevor Noah goes, no, before you get off the stage, everybody stay right there. And they were like, oh, okay. And he said, with this win, Beyonce has tied the record for the most number of Grammys. Was it for anybody or female?
any woman or singer.
Any woman, man, or child.
Yeah, no, whatever. And then the next award that she won that made her the top.
Right.
So it was very. I mean, I was very pleased to see that. So I didn't even mind. Two sisters up there gyrating, having simulated sex, and flipping each other over.
Because you all never danced in simulated sexual fashion.
Y'all who? My generation?
Yes.
There was a dance called Walking the Dog, which was kind of...
There was a dance called Walking the Dog in New Orleans.
I'm sure it was that dance. It was a dance when I was a child.
Okay.
And there was that simulated sex. Well, grinding was always like simulated sex.
Yeah, that's why I'm like, please stop acting like I never there.
Well, nobody had butt cheeks out and wearing thongs.
Well, y'all had your titties out. So listen, big up to Durand Bernard, wherever you are.
Who?
Durand Bernard, who is an amazing singer, and he has sung backgrounds for Erykah Badu and a lot of people. But I've mostly seen him like when he performed with Erykah Badu, but he won a Grammy. He sings on a song by Kay Tronada, who's a producer. And he Kay Tronada.
Oh.
He's Haitian and he's
Okay.
Canadian
Okay.
and he's also gay.
Okay.
And he's
It's a trifecta.
yeah, he's been a producer for like a minute. Like he kind of got started like I knew of him from SoundCloud like back in the day. I want to say like 7 or 8 years ago. And then so this is his second solo album. But big up to Durand Bernard. You won a Grammy, you deserve it because you really can sing very well.
Black Puma.
Who?
They used to perform. He used to perform.
Black Puma. What
They
is that?
They won something last night. That's
Who's
a
that?
group too. A white guy in the background and a black guy. The black guy used to perform out in Santa Monica. He was with his guitar case open. People would toss money.
Oh, okay.
It was kind of like blues, soul, kind of neo. It was good.
But is it, you know what, I don't know. Whenever there's like new blues band, I'm just kind of like, I guess.
It's not that kind of blues.
Well, I don't know.
It felt to me almost like it wasn't, but it was kind of like a Bill Withers kind of blues.
That's
but
what I'm
not.
saying. Like whenever I hear artists nowadays who try to do that, I'm like, nah, turn it off. It sounds terrible. But I mean, good
He
for him.
sounded good.
No, I'm saying he might have sounded good to you. I'm saying in most cases, I might not like it, but we'll see.
And I really liked, as you might imagine I would, I really liked Bruno Mars and Anderson .Paak.
I mean, I like both of them. It's just that you played the Bruno
tribute.
Mars thing out, and I couldn't take it anymore.
They had clips of it on the show last night.
Clips of what?
The thing that I played that you can't.
Yeah, I'm sure.
And they did the tribute to Little Richard. He did a tribute to Little Richard.
That's
It was really good.
nice. That's nice. They should have.
Yeah, all their tributes to the deceased. It was done really well. But this Grammy supposedly had the lowest ratings in history.
Yeah, you're just like, are you guys watching it? I was like, I'm watching that.
It was 4 hours.
What?
It was 4 hours.
No.
I guess when
I'm not
people
doing
are
all
trapped
that.
in the house, they make you watch. Make me watch TV.
I'm not watching all that.
BTS was really good. The little Korean dudes.
Oh, I was like, you talking about behind the scenes?
Is that what that BTS stands
I don't
for?
know what it stands for. It stands for something.
Did we ever talk about what WAP stands for?
I already know what WAP
I know
stands
what you
for.
know. I know you know, but it was.
Do you know it? I know the.
I know what it stands for.
Okay, great.
But I'm saying that was wild seeing that on television. Although people today, like kids today, don't know the difference between premium, cable,
No.
free, over the air. It's all just TV.
No, it's all right because everyone has like a
Panoply of.
streaming things.
Yeah.
Okay. What else do I need to talk about?
What are people on here talking about?
Oh,
Durand
Hi,
is
Sojourn
amazing.
Tropicals. How are you?
Hi.
Hi.
Did you watch the Oprah Winfrey interview with did we talk about that already?
We talked about it last week, but my podcast tomorrow. Well, I record my podcast tomorrow. We're actually it was kind of up in the air about whether we were going to discuss it or not, but we are going to discuss it because it's just like, this is the funny thing. And I might have said this last week, I don't remember. Meghan Markle probably isn't someone that I would ever like vibe with.
She ain't your girl.
Right. But what they did, like what they've done to her is so terrible.
You mean horse face people?
Yeah.
Why do you keep adjusting that thing? Is it comfortable?
Yes, it is.
Okay, let's check it.
So what they did to her is so terrible. And then on top of that, they have horse faces and not one lip to rub together between them. And this is what kills me. England, for whatever reason, is under some belief that like, oh, well, we freed the slaves earlier, so like we're good. We'll just, we're just gonna like go ahead and steal your spices and run around all over the place. And I heard
spices. How about the diamonds and gold?
No, I heard someone say you all went and raped and pillaged and stole spices that you don't even use, and it's true. It's true.
Yeah.
So we are gonna have an episode. It might even be this week, maybe.
Well, share with the people why so many African Americans have Scottish in their heritage.
Right. Okay.
Well,
I mean, but I thought we all knew that.
Well, because Scotland was a poorer part of the British Empire,
right?
And all those Scotsmen went over to be the overseers on the plantations. They raped.
Okay.
There are people who are very proud of being mixed with. Oh my God, we're mixed with UK. It's
like congratulations. You look stupid. Okay, Michelle Renee, Sean Upshaw, a couple of you guys have mentioned my point of view on the talk and Cheryl Underwood and Sharon Osbourne's whiteness. You can go.
I can't be racist. I can't be racist. I have black friends. I mean, how could you even accuse me of that?
If now I'm not that I didn't know this, but I'm beginning to understand more and more because I haven't really been around white people like that in a whole year. So like I've been living in like this whole like black bubble, which has been awesome. And I forgot what like white people do when they're confronted with like their own foolishness. Stank. Right. And so when Sharon Osbourne was like, tell me what Piers Morgan said that was racist. I forgot that like it's like they play the game and then somehow they're made to believe, like somehow somehow someone taught them that if you ever call one of them a racist, it's like you might as well say that they're like a Nazi, but then like a lot of them actually feed into white supremacy. It's really confusing.
So what it is that it's like hiding in plain sight.
Right.
All of my actions, all of my behaviors, all of my beliefs all point to being a Nazi and a racist, but you weren't supposed to see that. Didn't you see how I smiled at you? I gave you half of my donut.
I'm like, I asked for your raggedy donut.
Right, so that's why I couldn't possibly, I smiled at you. How could I be racist? Please. You're my Negro friend.
You're my Negroidian friend.
And then Sharon Osbourne was screaming at, what's her name?
Cheryl Underwood.
She was screaming at Cheryl Underwood, going in and out of the commercial breaks and stuff, and she just wouldn't calm down. And now, guess what?
What?
The show is on hiatus for a bit.
But here's the thing, right? For what? Like for what? So what are they really gonna? I'm saying because you come from that world. What are we on hiatus for? Because she played us out.
Here's why they're on hiatus.
And white people are like, oh my God.
Here's why they're on hiatus. Because this stuff went that far, right?
Right.
It could go a little bit farther, and somebody or somebody's
gonna get slapped.
Might not be able to control themselves, right?
But here, okay, yes. But here's the thing that is,
and I'm not saying that Cheryl Underwood wouldn't be. I mean that little skinny British. Oh, how could I be racist? She might work herself up into a frenzy.
No, she would.
She might work herself up into a frenzy and go back a few centuries and think she's gonna slap a black woman and get away with it.
True.
So they had to put that on hiatus. They got to bring it down, calm it down.
I'm sorry, the Wi-Fi is so bad.
Is it?
Yeah, see?
Is it freezing?
No, it's just, it looks terrible. I'm so sorry.
Why is the Wi-Fi?
Probably because Idris is playing games, and it did get upgraded, but probably Idris is playing games and all kinds of
perhaps
stuff.
Before we start, you should tell your son, take an hour break.
Okay, hold on. Let me call him.
Wait,
hold on. I want to say something real quick. Hold on. What I was going to say is, what annoys me a lot is that people are saying about Cheryl Underwood, like, oh, she handled herself with such class. If I hear that one more time, hello? Idris, are you playing any games right now? Okay, I don't know why. Oh, but you know what? Okay, no, it's all good. Okay.
Oh, right. So you blamed him.
No. Back. Okay, so here's the issue, right? Hold on, because I have to fix this. This looks terrible. Okay, say something.
Did y'all see a whole lot of her thighs?
Yes, they did.
They're kind of large. I'm not saying that's necessarily bad, but I don't think that I'm used to seeing, and I'm sure her working out probably made them even larger. When she comes back, I'm going to ask her if she can twerk. Because I think she's carried a lot of,
Okay, all right, I'm back, sorry.
I have a question for you.
What?
Can you twerk?
I kind of, like my back, I have a back injury, so not really, no.
Oh, okay. I wondered because I thought there was a lot of juice back there. Maybe it would.
We've been over this. Just because you're jealous that I have a
juicy butt.
Yes, and you don't.
Okay, whatever's there, my husband grabs it. It's okay.
That's gross. Get out. Get out. That's so disgusting. Jesus Christ. What I was saying.
Well, somebody else must have too, otherwise.
We're not discussing that. That's so gross. All right, and you're on full timeout.
No, we were in the other room. Were you not talking about you being an expert in sexual, or that was in here?
That was in here, but I don't want to talk. That's disgusting. That's what I'm talking about. That. Listen, back to what we were discussing before I left. My mom.
Is it fixed now? Is it better?
Not really.
It's weird.
What I was going to say is that, Holly Robinson Peete got on Twitter and was like, because she used to be on The Talk or whatever. What's called The Talk or The Chat or whatever?
I don't
know. Talk, maybe? I don't know. Anyway, Holly Robinson Peete was basically like, well, I don't know if you guys remember when Sharon Osbourne said that she was ghetto.
Said who was ghetto?
Holly Robinson Peete. Told her that she was ghetto. And I saw something this past weekend also by Son of Baldwin. Big ups to you. Hi. And this is always an issue for me.
Did Holly Robinson Peete slap her?
I don't remember.
Oh.
The thing that gets on my nerves is that there are people. Look, it's better. The thing that gets on my nerves is this. White people or people who did not grow up in a ghetto hood type environment always use ghetto as like a pejorative term. And I'm like,
I'm proud of being from the ghetto.
You're from the ghetto. We had houses there. I had fun. I had a good time.
I grew up in the ghetto on welfare and in an apartment. It's not like you got to have a house to be okay in the ghetto. I mean, it's better, but I had
a great time. I had fun. I mean, and what killed me was, so when I was I think I was 15, I went to Houston to visit my friends from middle school. And I was being driven around by a friend of mine, his mom. Well, it was him, me, and his mom. And they're white. And so his mom was like, oh, yeah, I just got the new Newsweek magazine or something. And I was like, oh, okay. And she was like, oh, have you seen Boys in the Hood yet? I was like, no, I didn't see it yet. And she was like, because... Oh, no. I said, yeah, I saw it. I was like, yeah, I saw it. She was like, well, is it really like that? I was like, I don't know, bitch. I'm not from LA.
One would imagine.
I was like, I don't know this world.
That she didn't go over to the 3rd Ward in Houston.
No, remember you called her. You said she looked like a bear.
Why are you whispering?
Oh, I don't know.
I said she looked like a bear.
Yeah, she came to pick me up because me and my friend, we went to the circus, and you were like, "Ooh, she's got a face like a bear."
That sounds like me.
Yeah, it does.
But I'm so surprised. So I let you go back to Houston to visit white people?
Yes, I stayed with Anissa, who's Mexican.
I was gonna say Anissa wasn't white.
No, Anissa was not white.
Oh,
not white at all. Hi, Anissa. I don't think.
Wait, is she on here?
I don't think so.
Oh, because that just seems odd to me. That I would have said yes to that.
Okay, wait, hold on. What's this say? Oh, sorry. Let me go back one more thing. The talk. Sharon Osbourne has since apologized for her remarks. Does she know what she's apologizing for, or was this just like CBS me like you gotta apologize?
She wrote out a whole long apology. I mean, it wasn't just a short one, and then what's his name?
Piers Morgan.
Piers Brosnan. It's like these Dutch names. Piers.
Why was he so mad? When like the weather dude was like, he asked him a very like.
Are you kidding? He was mad because how dare this half Negro?
Well, of course, but what I'm saying is he asked a very like
benign
question, like how come this is me translating. He was like, it's real funny because you said that she was cool back with Meghan Markle back in the day, and she has since not talked about you, and why is her name always in your mouth? That's what he said.
Was that a cool question? You think?
No, he said it in a very genteel morning show way. I was like, basically, he want to know why you keep her name in your mouth. And that makes sense to me.
So once again,
he was like, this is ridiculous. I was like, what are you mad? Why are you mad? Like, this is what kills me.
Because
why do white people get so mad when they get like you messed up?
How dare you challenge me? He said on my show. He said, you're challenging me on my show. And I'm like,
then you quit.
3, 4,
then you were made to resign because you played yourself.
Maybe even 6 people were sitting.
Bro, who is mine?
They all, it's our show, but okay. We'll run with that for a moment. I mean, you know, there's a whole haughty attitude that runs rampant. And I had to actually, I've been binging Penny. You talking about Penny Dreadful? No.
Penny from Good Times?
No. The guy who ended up being the butler for Bruce Wayne Batman.
You talking about what's his name?
Alfred.
You've been watching Penny what?
His last name is Penny something, not Penny Packer, but something like that.
Okay.
It's a James Bond. The whole series is a JD.
What show is this?
It's on Epix.
Oh, I don't even know. I don't know what that channel is.
Anyway, I said.
Oh, because you still have cable.
I do.
Yeah.
I said that to say that I can't handle British accents most of the time because it takes me back to the days of when my ancestors were subjugated.
I know, but you said
and enslaved. But I watched this interview with Piers Morgan and the brother, whose name I can't remember now. And I watched it in spite of the British accents because I watched that brother take Piers Morgan,
Alfred Pennyworth, Sean Upshaw.
Yeah, that's it, Pennyworth. Thank you. The brother on the first day that they talked about it was very genteel and said, I never would
think that you were such a hoe.
No, I never consider you a racist, Piers. I mean, we talked on camera and off camera, and I know you're not a racist. By day
that
2,
kills me. No, when black people say that, I'm like, don't ever say that.
Hang on. By day 2, it was like, you are a fucking racist.
But let me tell you something. I hate, and I know that there's like a game involved, but I absolutely hate black people. I hate black people. Like, you know what? We are friends, and you could never. I'm like, you should never ever.
It's called getting paid being on television.
Please.
That's what it's
called.
Or
just don't say that. Like, there are lots of things you can omit.
They have to. They are reassuring the people out there that what they are not is #Black Lives Matter.
You talking about Piers Brosnan?
I'm saying that those black folks who say stuff like that are reassuring the white audience members and the whites who own the network that you don't have to worry about me.
But I am surprised.
I'm not gonna bow out on here.
But I am surprised that whatever the British, what's it called? The like not the FAA, but the
FCC.
The FCC, like they received complaints, so they had to like look into it. I was like, that's interesting.
Yeah.
That's interesting.
Well, I mean, so much of our law is based on British law, so presumably from the perspective that it's public airwaves and the public is complaining. But ITV, that's the network who hired him after he left the other one. ITV is the network the show was on, and they got all them 41,000
complaints or whatever. Yeah.
Yeah, he quit. We don't know nothing about it. Bye. Don't ask us.
Whatever. Yeah, I don't know anything.
All right, but you're going to talk on your podcast tomorrow about how it impacts black. I don't understand.
Well, no, I don't want to like spoil it, but okay. I'll just say it. Okay.
Okay.
So I really wasn't that pressed to talk about Meghan Markle and all of this British monarchy, racism, white supremacy nonsense until these were thoughts that I had, and then I saw it in an article altogether. Okay. Prince, what's her name? Queen Elizabeth has 4 kids. The youngest one is Andrew. Right? Remember Andrew was in the news?
Yeah, Andrew with
Jeffrey. On the Sex Island.
Yeah, with Jeffrey
Epstein. Mm-hmm. He was on Sex Island. Right?
He's the one who married the redhead.
I don't know.
Princess, not Sarah. What's her name? His daughter's name is Sarah. The Duchess?
Yeah, of York or something.
Yeah, the one with the red nappy hair.
Right. Exactly. Okay. Like she kind of thick.
Kind of.
Okay. Anyway, so, all right.
Like a polka dot.
Wait, stop. No, baby, like, turn this over. Okay, listen. Prince Andrew is Queen Elizabeth's last child. Now, he was not only accused, probably on the Sex Island. He was on the Sex Island. He was raping underage girls. He not only gets His Royal Highness designation, but he gets security and the money that comes along with the HRA designation. So the reason why I was like, yo, we talking about this is because Queen Elizabeth's people, right? Because of course Queen Elizabeth's trying to distance herself from this. The institution or whatever they called told Prince Harry, first of all, we don't know how dark skinned that baby's gonna be. And second of all, your baby is not getting a title, which means no security and no money. But you're gonna let Prince Andrew on the Sex Island run around raping underage girls, and he still gets to be hit off with money and security. That's disgusting and ridiculous. Like it's so. Am I saying I'm surprised? I'm not surprised, but I'm just like, you all are disgusting people. That's all I'm saying.
But this is not new.
It's not new, but I'm just saying it's new. It's new for white people.
So here's
at least it's new for white people admitting that it's a problem.
The point needs to be driven home for all those little wannabe princesses, many of whom are young people of color, young girls of color, and young boys of color.
Stop trying to marry people who have sex islands.
I don't know.
Yeah, it's stupid. Go just try. I mean, work hard and get a job. Yeah. Okay.
Who? Andrew?
No, anybody.
Oh.
And I'm gonna just say this real quick. His
mama don't got no job.
Okay, I'm gonna just say this real quick. I have friends who, they met people who they believe were great. And they got married and they, were stay-at-home moms. And you know what? They're not together anymore. You know why? Because their husbands were trifling. So get your own job. Do you. Spend your own money. Don't.
But some women are raised to.
I know that, but I don't know that life.
Oh, you don't know that life, but you know some of those women.
Which brings me to this. Okay, so on Instagram, so Saturday, I was bored in the house, so I put on all my gold. And I'll put on my turban and I'll was bored and that's what I wanted to do. And it's not like I could really go out and do anything. I wanted to like go to a party or something. So,
oh my God.
My point is that, so I was in, in my gold, my turban. I even put these on too.
Is that special?
Yeah, because they're gold. I put all my gold on. My point is this. So I had this ring. I don't have it on.
Oh, and everybody was congratulating you for being engaged. I was like, what the?
Y'all are, okay, time out. First of all.
I was like, what the hell is that?
That's what I'm talking about. It's that mentality. And I'm like, so I can't just buy a
somebody
ring.
Just came along and swept her off her feet, and now she's going to be happily ever after, because no woman could be complete
without
unless a man hands her to another man after she walks down the bridal path and gets given to a groom. Get out of here with that bullshit.
I just bought a Cuban link ring with little diamonds in it. If y'all want one, y'all can go on the internet and buy it too. But no, I'm not like y'all.
I was so unhappy when I saw those questions. Oh my God, Imani, you deserve happiness.
I didn't say anything because I was like, y'all tripping. Like I
deserve happiness as though your happiness can only come if some man slips a ring on your finger.
But also, I mean, if we're being completely honest, I just like my hands, and I like my ring finger on my left hand.
You wear your ring finger on your left hand. You go right ahead.
Yeah.
For the people who are reading anything into it,
one person said something, and then it just like I was like,
let's be clear. I want to be really emphatic about this. You have to make your own self happy.
Yeah.
There is not another person walking the planet who can, here's the phrase, make you happy. You have to make your own self happy. And you have to be happy with yourself and present yourself to another person who's happy with himself or herself. And then you know what? Then you have two self-happy
reliant people
who can come together, and boom, it's a magical explosion of joy and happiness.
Right. And Hope, are you wearing a ring?
I am.
Yeah. Sometimes you do, sometimes you don't.
Sometimes I do, sometimes I don't.
Yeah.
And this ring is my.
Yeah. Okay. Honestly, when you got married, like, and you just had like the little thing
I still have it.
I like that one the best.
That ring, so I called it my subway ring. That ring cost $80.
Yeah.
It was about as
it was real thin
thread.
It was nice. It's nice.
It doesn't fit my finger anymore, but I and my husband wanted to get me and I was like, no.
You mean that big heavy ring? It's nice, but it looks very uncomfortable.
He wanted to get the 2-part thing. Right. And I was like, nope.
No, right.
Because I take the subway to work, and I don't want anybody cutting off my finger.
Right.
Or me killing them because they tried to cut off my finger.
Right.
So that's my subway ring, which I still have and I love.
Oh, yeah. Right? I forgot about subway rings. And just subway etiquette. Well, like etiquette. Yeah. Like you can't just be walking around all bling and everything. Right. Because then you're going to end up not being able to get home. Or you're going to get got.
Or you're going to have to kill somebody.
Right.
Because you got a gun in your pocket.
Okay. We weren't going all the way there. But my point is that, no, I just don't. You know what I cannot stand? The ring game.
What's the ring game?
The ring game is like, so let's say, like, oh, you get with your girlfriends or whatever. And these are not people that I personally would interact with or know on like, these are not people I voluntarily choose to be around, but wink. But my point is that I hate when you get around like women who are all married, and then it becomes like, oh, let me see your ring. Let me see your ring. Let me see your ring. I'm like, don't do that. It is a piece of jewelry. You can buy it from the store. And let me tell y'all one thing real quick. There was this girl I went to med school with.
That is not a good thing to do.
No, it's not. This is girl I went to med school with, and I'm not going to say her name, but whatever. There was another girl who did my rotation with me, and her family were jewelers. And she was like, girl, please. She was like, that is Cuban zirconia. She was walking around all over school like, look. She was like, oh, okay. And now you look stupid. Well, I hate that.
All of that.
It's so gross.
All of that notwithstanding, here's the thing. I had a person whose name I won't mention, say to me one
Doodle
time,
Jones.
say to me one time, when you going to invite me to your house? And I was like, when am I going to invite you to
Don't
my
invite
house?
yourself to my house.
And it was, yeah, I want to see where you live.
No.
And I said, you want to see where I live? Because the statement had to be,
is it a black person or a white person?
Black. The statement had to be followed up with a question because I needed to make sure. So you want to come to my house because you want to see where I live. Right. Here's what I can guarantee.
I'm sorry, I'm laughing because I already know.
You will never get to my house.
This is what you said?
Absolutely.
Oh, yeah. No, I know.
Absolutely. You can tell me you want to come and visit me. You want to hang out.
Don't be. You can't invite yourself to my house.
But you can't tell me you want to see where I live. What is that?
Well, you know what?
My house is my house.
That's
and when we knock my uncle, whose name I will not say, he wanted to take a picture when he came to visit. He wanted to take a picture in front of the house, and I was like, "Why you want to do that?" He said, "So I can show everybody your house." I was like, "Yeah,
no, don't do that.
We're not doing that.
Yeah,
we're not doing that."
It's kind of like, you know what it's.
And I'm not ashamed of it. I'm not bragging about it. It's just that's a little over the top.
You know what else is kind of similar? When people. And I think I've really I've seen this in New York too, but it's a little bit different. Remember when you were kids and they'd be like, "Oh, that's my car, that's my car, that's my car." Now, I came to LA, and I'm not saying this is solely a LA thing at all, but I've seen people who are like, "Oh, look at that car," and then like the person who owns the car is there and like, "Oh, can I take a picture with your car?" Why would I do that? Why do I want to pose with your car? Like, I don't. It's so raggedy to me.
I don't pose with my car.
Me neither. I'm like, it's my car. Like, people ask me, "Oh, what kind of car you have?" I'm like, a nice one that I paid for. Like, it's nothing. I didn't grow up being comfortable telling people what I have that is like, readily like expendable. And two, like, it's so tacky.
Well, but let me explain where I think that comes from. I think that comes from as a culture. No, as a culture, generally speaking, we didn't get to own things, right? Mm-hmm. We don't have property. We get redlined out of property. We don't have jobs. We don't get to rise to the level of where these things are just everyday possessions. So whenever we get money, whenever we get a little something, whether it's we hit the number, hit the lottery, somebody dropped a bag of money out of the truck, whatever, even if we get a raise, we go buy something to adorn ourselves with.
Right, I get it.
And the car is a
I've
good
done
adornment.
it.
Well, I
don't anymore.
My friend Barbara from back in the day, she was Barbara's probably 12, 13 years older than me, but she always gave me such good advice. And she said, when I was in my early 20s, she said, whenever you get money, you should reward yourself for certain. But if you get a massage, like a $50 massage, the reward, maybe you go get yourself a $150 massage and a facial. Don't spend all of your money on stuff because what's going to happen is
you're not going to have no more money.
You're not going to have no more money, and you're going to outgrow, crash, not want to wear out the stuff. Why? I mean,
well, okay. So look, Christine Austin said maybe your uncle is proud of your progress.
He may have been, but just tell me that. Tell me you're proud of my progress. Don't show my stuff to other people, even other people in my family.
I don't like that. Like, it's my stuff. And I just feel like, I guess I was always brought up to.
And my uncle loved me, and I loved him.
Yeah, but I had to
say, no, we're not doing that. But I just want to show them what the lovely home. No. If they
come and if I invite them, then they can come look at it. If not, I'm sure you can regale them with a story of how nice my house is. I guess I grew up with you, obviously, and Roosevelt, and it was always a situation where it was like, you know what, there are certain things that are important. There are certain things that you can't take away. I don't ever want to spend so much money on one particular thing that if it gets taken away from me, then I somehow feel that my value is less. Like, that's kind of self-defeatist and really kind of weird.
There is a strategy, however, that I will share, which has to do when the price of diamonds is attractive. You can buy loose diamonds.
Yeah. And then they'll take it on the diamond district and have them make you what you want.
You can buy loose diamonds and store them and keep them and they increase in value. You can buy platinum ingots, little gold bars and stuff like that. I mean, all those things are,
I love that word,
ingot.
You are ingot.
You're stupid.
I'm not.
And I saw Shazak said that she was last 8 years of her marriage. She did not wear a wedding ring.
Yeah. Okay. I guess I remember that.
Mm-hmm.
I kind of forgot that.
Shazak says we're a little jealous. What are you talking about, girl?
I'm not even gonna say Shazak's business right now. I'm really not. Shazak out here. Shazak's out here.
Nope.
That's all I'm saying.
Nope.
Okay, look, someone asked about this earlier about Kirk Franklin publicly apologizing for a heated conversation.
His son recorded a conversation where they were both using expletives. And just because Kirk Franklin is a singer of spiritual and gospel songs.
Like, what does Kirk Franklin actually do? He's
a choir director.
He's a choir director.
Okay, well, whatever.
No, I'm just saying because people.
I mean, is a rapper really a musician?
No, but I'm saying like for example, there are sometimes stories. As an example, Chris Brown, rapper. I'm like, he's not a rapper. He's a singer.
Okay.
Anyway, go ahead.
Has Kirk Franklin won Grammys?
I don't know.
He has.
I don't. I mean, I'm not.
So anyway, his son was like 30 something. I think 33.
Why wouldn't his son record that?
Trifling.
Yeah, I'm like, I thought he was like 16 or something.
No, and they kept referring to him as a young man and a kid. I was reading some of the exchanges, and people were like, "Dude's 33 years old. He is what's called a grown-ass man," and he recorded his father. His father used some choice language, but you know what?
Okay, so this says, so in the caption of the video, his son's name is Carry On, which kind of reminds me of the word carry on. He said, "This is why I'm done. No father should speak to their children like this. If I have any issues, it's because of this type of treatment that I deal with behind closed doors. Hanging up in my face, no apology, no compassion, no effort. But why do we need to know about it? Like, you're grown. Like, why don't you...
go get your own job." That has to be what it's about. What else would it be about? Go get your own job, make your own money, and stop worrying about your father being compassionate and calling you up and not hanging up on you. Go get your own job, make your own money. Be your own man.
I have a job, and my mom hung up the phone on me.
Yes.
And here we are.
And it was called for. Like
it really wasn't.
Like I said earlier, sometimes you ask why is that show on hiatus, because it could have gone a little farther, and then some things are tough to take back. Sometimes if it's that bad.
Oh, the talk. Oh, yeah.
If it's that bad, you just, we talked last week about parents on a timeout. Sometimes if it's just about to go there.
The phone on me in a minute.
I'm hanging up.
Click. I'm like, hello.
I've been gone.
I'm like, what is wrong with you?
Stop talking, because it was not going to be productive. Some things are better left unsaid.
What's this say? Oh,
I was saying this to a friend of mine the other day. A whole thing blew up. A whole business deal almost blew up.
Because,
you know why?
Why?
Because sometimes the shit you think about, you need to leave in your head.
That's what I'm saying.
Don't say it
Just
out
don't
loud.
even say it.
Don't say it out loud. Because then when you say it out loud, now guess what you can't do? You can't
take
reel
it back. You can't
take it back.
If you have Gmail, you can.
No, you can't.
Yes, you can.
Not if it's verbal.
Well, I'm saying if you have Gmail, you can.
No, it's verbal.
I know what it is.
Not if it's verbal.
Stop doing that.
If you say it and the other person hears it,
that's what I'm saying. Like, just shut up. Like, just shut up. But don't say it. And you know how many times I tell them, like, Imani, just don't say it.
Some people can't shut up. They don't believe how bad it will be if they say. I actually had a woman who I was firing in my office years ago, and I said to her, the best way for this to end is for you to turn around and walk out of my office and not say another word.
This is my person.
Of course it is.
Okay, I just want...
And she said another word. She said, well, and I stood up and I said, see, I am telling you one more time, the best and safest thing for you to do, don't speak, turn around, and get out of my office. And my assistant who was sitting outside the door, Marion, this was in Houston, Marion's assistant, she's black. She was like, she saw what was happening. She got up and grabbed a woman and said, come with me.
Right, because you're about to
come
get
with
slapped.
me. Because it was like, because the woman was telling me what I can and cannot do. I'm like,
in your office?
When I'm the boss.
That's what I'm saying.
Like
okay.
I'm telling you, I told you.
Get out.
We're going back to Sharon Osbourne and
right.
What's her name? Cheryl Underwood.
Cheryl Underwood.
They cannot believe that they're not in charge, even when they're half your height.
I know.
They want to say it's like.
Well, it's like I've spoken about this ad infinitum, I'm sure, but it just reminds me of what I had to deal with at Idris' school that time.
You mean when you made the mother cry?
Yeah, and she was
6 foot Swedish.
I was like, why are you crying?
The Nordic blonde who said, we can't be racist. There are no black people in our country.
Right. But I'm like, in 2 minutes, it was when I told her I gave the example of why you don't talk to her. And I was like, this is an example of you being racist. Did you have to say the word nigger? No. But you were very racist towards my mother and her mother. And she was just like, ah! And I was like, what? And I was like, name redacted. Why are you crying? My son is the one who got insulted. Like what?
I went to pick your son up.
Like, why are you crying?
I went to pick your son up at this from the sleepover, and the big Nordic woman answers the door.
Sound like Brigitte Nielsen. Well, okay.
And so there's 4 little boys. Idris, who's black. Another one who was Chinese American.
Solomon, yeah.
Another one who was white, and another one who was Mexican American.
Right.
And I said to Idris, I was texting him, I just pulled up outside. I'm about to ring the doorbell. Get all your stuff. Okay, Grandma. And I rang the bell. I said, tell the woman, tell that
white woman that I'm.
I said, tell so-and-so's mother that I'm coming. I'm about to ring the bell. Okay, Grandma. I rang the bell, and she said, oh, you must be here to pick up, and it was the little Chinese boy's name. Mm-hmm. You must be here to pick up, and then she started laughing.
Okay, so fast forward.
And I just looked at her.
So fast forward to this meeting, right? And she was like, well, I can't be racist because there's no black people in Sweden. And also, my sons don't even, I don't let my sons listen to rap music. And I was like, okay, let me tell you a quick story in front of the vice principal who is Latina. I was like, we're going to dead this right now. Because I don't have this, like, I have things to do. I got pages to see. I don't have time for this. It's like 9 o'clock in the morning. I was like, okay, first of all, let me tell you a quick story. I was like, do you want to know why my mother will not acknowledge your presence when you see her? She was like, no, why? And I told her exactly what you said. I wasn't loud or yelling or pointing at her. And she was just like,
you thought you were being funny because you said to the black woman, oh, you must be here to pick up the Chinese
I'm
woman.
like, my mom's mom is Chinese, you idiot woman.
And she was like,
ah! Oh my God, it was awesome. I thought that I at least would get through 10 minutes before like white tears came.
Immediately.
It's a personal best.
But here was the learning in that.
Okay.
When I got Idris and we sat in my car, before we pulled off, I said, I want to tell you what just happened. He said, okay. And I told him and explained to him the whole racist behavior that had just occurred. Right. And then Monday morning, Idris got to school, and there was one black girl in the class.
Yeah.
And she went up to Idris and said, it was a different time when that little boy called Idris the N-word and the C word.
Which is a very European slur. Like, yeah. So I'm like, we don't really say that over here. So anyway.
Right. So this is the instance where Imani's referring to where she made the woman cry because the woman's son called my grandson some very disgusting name. So the little black girl, his friend in the class, said to Idris, "Tell me what he said to you." And Idris proceeded to tell her, and she said, and she walked over to the little white boy and said, "We are not speaking to you anymore.
We collectively, we are not
class.
Speaking to you. We are not talking to you."
And they froze him out.
I know. They froze him out. They froze him out.
For like 3 days. They put him in irons. And he was, "Could you talk to me?"
No. You know why? Because you're trife. And your mom's trife.
The little black girl was like,
"We are not talking to you." That is so awesome.
I love her. Where did she go to school? She left.
She left and she went to I forgot the name.
But I that child I would like to see again. She was like, "Oh,
we are not talking to you."
And when my friend in Jamaica mailed me some black cake for Christmas, the black pudding cake, and I gave some to Idris, and he was so excited. It was like 3 years ago, and he went to school and told her.
Oh yeah,
and he
she
loved
was
it.
Jamaican.
And she said, "Oh, I eat that," and that's how they found out they were Jamaican.
Right. Let me see. Cleon, she was Swedish, so Nordic.
Yeah. The Norsemen, the Vikings.
I don't know.
That's all that.
I don't know. What are my thoughts about the T.I. and Tiny Harris allegations? I mean, it's messed up. I mean, there's no one's surprised. I mean, I've been hearing about them for not to this extent, but but do y'all remember like they got arrested or something or pulled over by the police in West Hollywood like 7 or 8 years ago, and they were like, they found like ecstasy and cocaine and like it was a mess. So yeah, I think it's terrible. I think it's hilarious that they definitely tried to brand themselves as like, T.I. and Tiny family hustle.
Well, the word hustle was in there.
Well, yeah. Hustling women and drugging them and raping them. It's disgusting.
All allegations.
It's disgusting.
All allegations.
Anyway, I'm hot. And it's 6 o'clock.
Wait. T.I. and Tiny are hoping this lawyer falls on his criminal pursuit of what does that mean?
I don't know. There might be something misspelled or something. Or a word missing. Okay, I'm hot and I have to go eat. So we're gonna end this every.
Do you have snacks before? Like you have a piece of sweet potato pie that my husband made for you.
Okay, can I just tell you, I walked my dog today and I went running. So in total, I had like 5.1 miles of exercise.
Do we want to prep for you?
No, I'm just saying. I'm like, first of all, I'm always hungry. Second of all, I did all that.
Always hungry?
Because I am. Why are you surprised? Are you not my mother? Like, do you recall me being hungry?
Because I'm not always hungry.
Well, I mean, I'm either thinking about food or I'm eating it.
Oh, that's right. You said that. That's true.
Yeah. I like food. It's great.
But every week you have to go because now you're hungry.
Yeah, because
you get up because you got to pee.
It's 6 o'clock.
But I don't understand how you. What would you do if you had to be on a live newscast for an hour?
But that's why I don't do that. That's specifically why I never went into any specialty that involved standing for a long time or being in an operating room. Wow. I was like, psychiatry, I just get to sit down and I have to have my own office. Amazing. I was like, this is what I'm going to do.
Wow.
For real. I was like, this is great. Anyway, no, for real, it's hot and it's 6 o'clock and I have to eat something.
Well, I had a fun time.
I have fun. Hi, Shazik. Hi, Ro. Hi, Ro the dog.
And
she's so cute. Do I burn more calories than what I take in? Some days, I guess. Depends. Like if I don't really do a whole lot, then I'll just eat kind of light. But like this morning when I was running, I was like, "Ooh, I get to eat later." Like, want me to eat some In-N-Out watch?
I want to take a moment and pause and check in on Cleon and his feet.
You know what? I'm leaving. Hey, I'm leaving.
Cleon, I just want to know.
Oh my God. What is wrong with you?
Well, the world opened back up. People can do things and fix their feet. A little pedicure.
Oh my God.
Some emery board, pumice stone, sandpaper.
You want to know if Cleon... You want to know if Cleon...
I want to know
if Cleon's feet look like a vampire in Brooklyn?
Look at he said, oh boy.
Oh boy.
That must mean no.
No. Okay.
See, that must mean no.
Okay.
Cleon, but we tried to make your wife happy.
Yes, we are.
Happier.
My mom is really... Not that you're into feet, but...
Well, when you get in bed and you know... And,
okay.
And even if nothing's going on, but you just snuggle up or whatever and your feet touch my...
And then it's like,
you can't, yeah, you can't cut me with the roughness of all of that. You know, it's supposed to be nice. I am.
So he's soaking them now.
Oh, good. Soak is one thing. You got to get that thing to get that skin off.
All right, can we go now?
It was good seeing everybody.
Bye.
Next week.
Okay, bye.
Bye. Have a good week. Stay safe.
Okay, bye.